Hey, welcome back to Mega Man X. Man, we doing episode 3. Welcome back, everyone. Anyways, now if you wonder why I'm in Chill Penguin stage, I'm getting the heart piece that I missed earlier. Now, to get the heart piece, as you already saw, you need to use flame on that little igloo looking thing. That's not an igloo, that's like a, I don't know what you call that. And then you just destroy it. Alright, we're gonna hop into Launch Octopus, which he's always a pain. I don't usually die when I face Launch Octopus, but he's still a pain. He's still pretty tough. But anyways, yeah, welcome back. Um, First I want to talk about something. Okay, let's do something that we do every episode. Talk about what day it is. It's May 26th, and you guessed it. It's 1 something a.m. It's 1:13 a.m. So yeah. Alright, these guys are kind of annoying, so I heard that their weakness is Roll and Shield. So I use Roll and Shield. Make sure and save Roll and Shield for Launch Octopus because that's his weakness. That's the boss weakness. You don't want to waste it all up. So yeah, today is May 13th. I actually want to talk about something that I played today, like a game that I played today. I'm still waiting for my birthday. And today today was actually a pretty good day. I was watching a bunch of streams. I was watching Nintendo Capri Sun stream, and he did like a out of nowhere early stream. He's playing Zelda 2. Um, Dang, he's he's good at that game. And I was watching Nat Nepia. I don't think that much people know him, but if you do, yeah, he's awesome. And if you don't, you should check it out. I should actually put up his name, like how it's spelled on the screen, so you know. So you can just check it out on Twitch. He's a pretty good guy. He was playing Bloodborne with Sarah Bear. Yeah, that's just basically what's going on in Tim's community. And yeah, I also talk about I'm doing an LP to one of the people in the chat there, and they subscribe. So, Wolf Girl, if you're watching, thank you so much for subscribing. I hope you're watching this. I hope you get to see this. Uh, it truly helps. That's the cliche everyone always says. But it's true. It definitely helps. Thank you a lot for that. Subscribe. And I also play a game. But first, before I talk about the game, check this out. Ain't that awesome, man? Look at that. Annihilate that fool. um, but before we get into talk about the game and all that other stuff, let's talk about the game that I played today. Today I played an interesting story-driven game called Her Story. The game is basically like this. You're on this computer and you're watching this interrogation of a lady and you're trying to figure out her story and what happened, like the mystery behind her story and all that stuff. And the way that game explains the story is so interesting. It's maybe not the best story ever, but it's still a good story. Now I'm gonna cut what I'm trying to say here to give you a tip to facing this guy. The tip is roll and shield every time he thinks he's going to attack. It may not hit him, but it will block most of his attacks. Like, see how he's doing the missiles? If you could hit him with a roll and shield, it will block the missiles because you need that. This guy just constantly attacks. Now that I don't know how to dodge that. His that homing attack, I have no clue how to dodge that. It just happens, so whatever. And he's down. Cool beans. But back to Her Story. That game is flippin' interesting, and if you never heard of it, you should check it out. It's it's definitely one of those unique games out there. It's a unique premise. I've never seen a game like that before, but I remember watching a review of that game years ago on a TV show I used to watch called Reviews on the Run, and I didn't really care about it at that time. But yeah, playing it now, it's actually very interesting. And I almost forgot I need to record this video tonight. I was just was playing the game and checking out stuff. and checking out just trying to figure out more of the story and what's going on with that game. It's a good game. I can't wait to see what happens. And it's a short one too. It's like 2.5 hours. All right, here's a cool fact. When I first played Mega Man, this was the first stage I picked, Boomerang Quanger. That is a flippin' terrible move because this guy is tough, very, very tough. Um, and everybody knows when you play Mega Man, you gotta face Chill Penguin. You need to get those dash boots, my dude. You need to get it. You need to get it. But man, like, look at this. If I went into this stage as the very first stage I ever did when I played Mega Man X, and that's one thing. One thing I gotta say about this stage is that beating those enemies that I destroyed with Storm Tornado takes a lot of shots, so I died a lot there. Okay, so basically my strategy for this area is to put on the rolling shield and let the enemies smash into you. It makes it much more easier. If you don't have rolling shield, you could still try to dodge it, but nothing's more annoying than getting attacked back into a spike. And like getting knocked back into a spike. Like that's just annoying. And also, like, that's the good thing about this thing. You can still use the rolling shield to destroy the cannons and the spiders on the ladder. So, yeah, it's a pretty useful strategy. I stumble a lot in this area for some reason. I don't know why. For some reason, I just stumble a lot in here. Usually, I just climb up the walls quickly, but I just had a hard time. Man, get up. What are you doing? Get up. So yeah, that's all. That's all I did today. Watch a couple streams, had a fun time, and I also I also gone and play Her Story. Still waiting for my birthday. That's really when the fun is gonna begin. So what I'm doing here is using the platform that a Shotgun Eyes creates to try and dash off the side to get the heart piece over there. The other way to get the heart piece is by completing this stage and using the boomerang cutter to pick it up. But you get the boomerang cutter from this stage. You could get it even earlier if you have the Shotgun Eyes platform. So yeah, cool tip. Yeah, I stumble a lot in this area. Mostly when I do this, I'm pretty good at it, you know. I could just do it easily. First try many things, but you know, when you know you're recording, your performance dips, you know, your performance goes down. Hopefully, you know, hopefully when I get used to LP and get used to all this stuff, I can just, you know, I won't be bothered by these things. I'm still trying to figure out my audio situation. Like my audio sounds fine, but my voice, I'm not used to hearing myself. Like, that's something I'm just not used to. I'm not used to listening to myself in recordings. It was very strange listening to myself on vlogs when I used to do that. And it's still kind of strange hearing my own voice on a recording because you sound so different on a recording than what you normally hear every day. Alright, the strategy that I usually use for this guy is to shoot and then shoot away from him. Now why I do that is because Boomerang Quanger has a tendency of grabbing you and tossing up to the ceiling, which is just like waste time. So if you shoot the other way, when he grabs onto you, usually the missile is trying to redirect into him, usually, but he doesn't have enough time to toss you up in the air, so that missile hits him and cancels the attack. It's just my little strategy. Sometimes I just flail back and forth, shooting left and right, and it works. This guy is easy with his weakness. Alright, we got the boomerang cutter. Alright, you can see that up next, you're gonna do a little bit of backtracking and go back to Spark Mandrill's stage. We're going back to Spark Mandrill's stage because there's one thing we missed out. And that is, man, I might as well just say it. No need to go and add stupid suspense or whatnot. We're gonna get an E-Tank here. I think that's the final E-Tank in the game. We should have all 4 E-Tanks. And sometimes this thing is kind of hard to get. You know, what you really need to do is jump, and when you're at the height of your jump, then you shoot. But sometimes people just tap the button, and when you shoot the boomerang cutter, it goes the other way, and you miss out. And you miss out on trying to pick up the E-Tank. Alright, Sting Chameleon. I have something to say about this boss. This boss is one of the only Maverick that I always forget the song that plays in the stage. Like, I remember almost consistently, every time I face this guy or go into a stage, I hear his music and I'm like, oh, that's how his song goes. Oh, it's like this. I never remember this guy's stage music. Now I do, because I always remember me forgetting. But before, you know, for some reason I always forget. I don't know why. I guess the song's not that memorable. Now if you go down here and you dash, you can get the heart piece. I think that's the final heart piece in the game too, so heck yeah. Another way to know if you have all the heart pieces in the game, your energy tank is going to be a little taller than your weapons ammo tank. That's how you know if you got every single item in the game. And this boss is flippin' annoying. I forgot the name of this guy. I think it's RTT something, RTT3. I don't know for sure, but on his wiki, it says that his weakness is boomerang cutter. But just like in the last stage, you don't want to. I think it's the last stage. I used up the boss weakness on a mini boss. Was it the last stage or the first stage? Now I can't even remember. But yeah, you don't want to use up all of the weapon weakness on a mini boss, because you want to save some for the main thing. The good thing about Sting is that, first of all, the boomerang cutter has a lot of ammunition to begin with, and second, you could take him down quickly with his weakness too. So I say if you have like half ammo on the boomerang cutter, you should be fine. Well, at least 25%. Hopefully you'll pick up some ammo along the way. But yeah, this guy is annoying. His weakness is the boomerang cutter, but Storm Tornado, I say Storm Tornado is pretty good too, because it hits him twice. And he's down. Good. Now it's time to talk like Dr. Light again. Whoop-de-doo. This capsule contains a new type of body armor. It will reduce damage to your system by 50%. This is a pretty good upgrade. I remember on Tim's LP of this game, he went to this stage first just for the upgrade. And yeah, it's a great upgrade. That 50% defense is like, yeah, that's pretty good. You would need that for the final boss, definitely. I can't imagine facing the final boss without his armor. All right, trying to take down these stone friggers. These stone friggers, really. But man, like, look how good Storm Tornado is. It takes down everything, man. Everything. Like, that's why I love this weapon so much. It has a large radius. It could take down everything in one shot. It's just a good weapon. Thank you for the one-up. Yeah, I don't really remember this guy's music, Sting Chameleon's music. I don't know why, I just always forget. The stage is also not that memorable. It's not a bad stage, I just don't really remember it. Like, everyone remembers Storm Eagle stage, everyone remembers Spark Mandrill stage, and Chill Penguin, and yeah, they remember those stages, but this one, I just, it's a forest. Yeah, I like that. I just watch him, like, who's there? And then he just destroyed a guy. I don't know why they even put the armor there. Oh yeah, the armor is there to like fight you or something, but the stage is almost done. Like even if he gets inside, he can just dash to the end of the stage. You barely do any damage to you. It's not like you're actually gonna have like a whole halfway, like a good 50% of the stage left to do or something. It's just, that's it. Alright, this guy is incredibly easy. I kind of failed to do the pattern. Hopefully I'll do that later on when you're facing him again. Yes, spoiler, you will be facing this guy again and all the other Mavericks again, just like every other Mega Man game. But I actually like how this game does the boss gauntlet. It's a part of the stage, you know. The stages, in fact. It's not just a room full of flipping capsules where you gotta face all in one by one. Like that gets annoying. And you know, it's good to implement the bosses throughout the Sigma stages. I wish that's something they kept in X2 and X3. Alright, we got it. Cool beans, cool beans. Alright, that's it for this stage. I'm not even gonna bother to read this dialogue because I've actually tried to read this dialogue twice and I messed up. This is like the third take because I don't give myself enough time to read the dialogue and discuss some other crap. So anyways, that's the end of the video. There's the blue-eyed Frigger himself. Why is his eyes blue? That's so scary. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you guys next time.